Hey everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Chef Pudge. I'm your host, Chef Pudge. Today, we're going to dip into breakfast some. We are going to be making, wouldn't be a Chef Pudge thing if it wasn't spicy. So we are going to be making, cinnamon toast, I can't speak. We're going to be making Sriracha French toast sticks. So if we look at our ingredients here, we got pretty standard stuff for French toast. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, they're going to be coconut French toast sticks as well. So instead of milk or something like that, we're going to use some coconut milk, some butter, sugar, cayenne pepper, cinnamon, sriracha, syrup, eggs, and of course, bread. So let's get started by making our egg mixture. So I'll meet you back here in a few once we get started on that. Okay, so our egg mixture is going to be pretty standard here. Of course, eggs. Now, the amount of eggs you should put in, of course, varies by the amount of French toast you want to make. I am going to go ahead and crack in 4 eggs, which will make a decent amount of French toast. Get that 3rd egg in. And our 4th. Next, we are going to add the coconut milk. I don't really have an amount for this. I just kind of eyeball it. So we're going to pour in the coconut milk, and we're going to say that's probably fine, just a splash. Maybe add a little more. We want to definitely make sure that coconut flavor is in there. Next up, pretty standard, is the cinnamon. So I'm going to add some cinnamon to this. Decent amount. That's probably good. I'm also going to add some sugar, because that's just pure cinnamon. So we're just going to we want to offset the cinnamon some, and add a little bit more. Again, I'm just kind of eyeballing this. If you want to kind of measure it out and do things in equal parts, that's on you. And next, to add just a smidge of heat, we're going to add some cayenne pepper. So, maybe, so you don't want too much. That's probably enough. And we're going to get out our whisk here. And we're just going to go ahead and whisk that up. I'm not like an expert or anything at this, so kind of eyeball it when you think it's done. All the eggs are incorporated, stuff with the yolk. The yolk and egg whites are, mixed together, mixed with the coconut milk. Kind of eyeball it, and maybe a little bit more. I would say that's probably good. I'm going to go ahead and put my whisk away. Okay, so next up is we're going to start frying the bread. So I'll meet you at the stove. Okay, so back at the stove here, we are going to just start to melt some butter here. So let's turn on the heat. And yeet in a couple tablespoons of butter. So we're just going. Alrighty, so the butter here is melted. So we're going to take our egg mixture and we'll get a plate. We got some bread here. And we are just going to simply, we're just going to kind of dip it in the egg wash mixture. And we're going to put it down. You kind of want to not leave this in as long as that first one was in, but no matter. It'll just be extra. So we're going to let these fry, rinse and repeat until the egg mixture is gone. Next up, we're going to work on our Sriracha maple syrup. So I'll meet you here, back here. Alright, so we're here for our Sriracha maple syrup. So we're just gonna kind of get this going. Maybe. There we go. A little scary. Just get yourself a saucepan. I mean, this is gonna be pretty unremarkable. We're just gonna add in some syrup. You want to go ahead and try to get a good bit in there. Yeah, that's probably fine. You know, this ain't like pure natural maple syrup or anything like that. But definitely, if you have it, use it. I'm gonna go ahead and just squirt in some Sriracha. That's probably good. And yeah, just kind of like mix it up. I'm actually gonna get like a big spoon. I have no idea how this is going to taste. I'm literally kind of making it up on the fly. That's okay. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Touch more maple syrup because I put in a little too much Sriracha. We want to just kind of even that out. Incorporate it together. Much better. Okay, and that's it. Just kind of keep it on a low burn to make it warm, and just focus on the French toast. Okay, now that the French toast is all fried up, I went ahead and stacked them all together just to make this process a little bit easier on myself. But this made about six pieces of French toast. You could probably get a little bit more out of it. You might be able to get 7, maybe 8, if you're a little bit liberal with the egg wash coating. Is it an egg wash? Egg mixture coating? Whatever. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut this into thirds. So just, straight down the the pieces of bread. But I stacked them all on top of each other, just to kind of get a little bit of uniformity. And I'm basically going to cut right where these dip down. So just get your knife and kind of run them through that. And voila, you got yourself a French toast stick. So let's go ahead and try to plate these bad boys. Probably not going to eat all of these because, you know, it's like the equivalent of 6 pieces of French toast, but we'll try to plate them all. Well, we're kind of getting into overlap territory here. You know what? That's okay. There is our French toast. Let's go ahead and get our Sriracha syrup. So we just take this and we kind of pour it in our cup here. Again, I'm probably not going to use all of this just because that's a lot. Kind of overdid it, but you know what? That's okay. So there you have it, folks. This is our coconut sriracha French toast sticks. So this ends the review portion. We are going to go ahead, review. My goodness. This ends the tutorial portion of cooking it. We're going to go ahead and go into the living room and go ahead and taste it. So I'll meet you there. Okay, I don't really got anything to prop the phone up against. So I'm just going to grab one, dip it, and then try it. So, go ahead and dip it now. Let it drip a little bit. Not super coconutty. I think it kind of gets a little lost. I think that the stick that I grabbed was one of the heavily coated ones, so I am going to try to grab one of the later ones that maybe wasn't as so coated. Oh yeah, that's good. Maybe a little less cayenne pepper. Just because maybe a bit more sugar. I feel like that got a little weighed down, but overall, very good. Thank you so much for watching. This was a recipe that I came up on the fly, mostly. I will say, though, that my wonderful girlfriend Haley, had a great idea of putting some like shredded coconut on the top to make it a little bit more coconutty. I think that's a great idea. I would also maybe use like a coconut creamer next time to reinforce the sweetness and also add a little more of that coconut punch. But overall, good. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, have a great day.